Chapter 2, Want to Listening. What is the meaning of listening? Meaning of listening. Listening is more than just hearing. Hearing is when you simply catch sound with your ears. Listening is when you pay attention, understand, and react to what someone says. Listening needs focus, practice, and patience. Number 1.2.1, Meaning and definition of listening. Simple understanding. Listening equals hearing the words, understanding the meaning, giving reactions. If you don't listen carefully, you may misunderstand the message, which can create problems in office, friends, or even in exams. Good listening builds strong relationships, improves teamwork, increases respect in society, and makes your professional life better. Short, interesting example. Example 1 in a bank. If a customer is explaining a loan problem and you, as a future bank PO officer, only hear but don't properly listen, you might give wrong advice. But if you listen carefully, understand, and then respond, the customer feels respected and trusts you more. This builds your bank's reputation too. Important points with emojis. 1. Difference between hearing and listening. Hearing, just catching sound like noise in background. Listening, understanding and thinking about the sound seriously. 2. Why is listening important? Improves self-confidence, builds better friendships, helps in office work, makes family bonds stronger, essential for career success. 3. How can you know if someone is listening? Look at their body language. Leaning forward shows interest. Eye contact. Nodding head. Facial expressions. Smiling, looking serious when needed. 4. How can we show we are listening? Ask small questions. Oh, you mean like this? Give small feedback. Interesting. Repeat important points to confirm, so you are saying. Now 5. Watch out for personal biases. Your own beliefs and assumptions can block good listening. Always focus on the speaker, not your own thoughts. 6. Use simple language. No jargon. Jargon, difficult technical words used by a profession. Example, engineers use terms like torque, resistance, but a customer won't understand. Use easy words everyone can understand. 7. Effective listening is needed for leaders and managers. Bank managers, PO officers, business heads must listen carefully to customers, employees, and seniors to grow. Companies even give special training for listening skills because it helps them succeed. Definitions with easy words. M.V. Rodrigues' definition: listening is the process of receiving, understanding, and reacting to messages from the speaker. Simplified words for exam: receive, understand, react. Lilland Brown definition: listening is an activity where you can consciously, knowingly, or unconsciously, without knowing, switch on or off your attention to listen. Simple: listening starts when you decide to pay attention. Mini example related to your bank career. Imagine you are an SBI PO officer. A farmer comes to your branch to ask about a loan for his tractor. If you listen carefully to his needs and problems, you suggest the perfect loan product. He is happy and trusts the bank more. If you don't listen properly, you might offer a wrong loan, and he faces problems. Bank loses trust. So good listening, good customer service, good career growth. Quick summary. Listening means hearing, understanding, reacting properly. Important in professional life: bank officer, manager, leader. Show you are listening by eye contact, nodding, small feedback. Avoid biases and jargon. Keep the conversation simple. Listening builds strong relationships, career success, and happy customers. How this will help in your career: bank PO, MBA, manager. In SBI PO interviews and group discussions, you must listen properly before you answer. In office life, managers love employees who listen carefully and understand instructions correctly. In banking, customers feel safe and happy when officers listen patiently. In MBA career, while working in finance, during meetings and teamwork, Good listening helps solve problems faster and better. Listening skill is a true asset for your growth to manager, deputy manager, and even top officer level later. Shall I continue next with the next subtopic you send? Send me the next part whenever you're ready. What does art of listening mean? Meaning of art of listening. Listening is not just a skill, it is an art. It means listening in a smart, focused, and emotional way so that both sides, you and the speaker, feel understood and respected. Good listening creates trust, honor, respect, and strong relationships. It helps you succeed personally and professionally, especially if you want to become a bank officer or manager. Simple explanation with full points and emojis. One goal of listening: win-win communication. Good listening creates win-win situations. Both speaker and listener feel happy. It brings understanding, appreciation, validation, and respect. Listening is important in every area of life. We spend major time in talks, meetings, interviews, lectures. Good listeners do better in business meetings, customer talks, group discussions, and interviews. 3. Active listeners succeed faster. In the business world, those who listen actively grow faster. Example, in banks, a good listener PO officer understands customer needs better and gives perfect solutions, earning promotions faster. 4. Listening needs concentration and focus. Listening is not passive. It is a deep mental exercise. Poor listening creates communication barriers. Good concentration, better listening, equals better relationships. 5. Poor listening causes failure. Even a smart and intelligent person can fail if she is a poor listener. Bad listening creates misunderstanding, loss of respect, and missed opportunities. 6. Listening skill, professional growth. Strong connection between listening ability and success in job, banking career, and personal life. Listening helps to build better teamwork, customer satisfaction, and trust, which are key for banking and managerial jobs. Example time. Bank example you'll love. A customer walks into a bank branch and says, "I need a loan, but I have some doubts about the documents." If you listen properly, you can understand his real confusion, help him, and make him a happy client. If you don't listen properly, he might get frustrated and shift to another bank. What makes an ideal listener? Keeps an open mind, listens without jumping to conclusions, is curious, always looking for new ideas and information, is mentally alert, stays focused without distractions, listens with heart and mind, pays attention to words, feelings, and body language, is self-aware, ready to change his own wrong beliefs if needed, listens to essence, not just words, understands the real meaning behind the speaker's words. Components of listening projections. 1. Physical projection, meaning your body language shows if you are truly listening. Key action. Key actions: good eye contact, facing the speaker properly, no crossed arms, relaxed body. Why important? Shows that you are interested and focused. 2. Psychological projection, meaning listening not just to words, but also to feelings, tone, and body language. Key actions: watch facial expressions, understand hidden emotions, listen without personal bias. Why important? Helps you understand the real message even if not spoken clearly. 3. Verbal projection, meaning use words, small questions, and short responses to show active listening. Key actions: ask friendly questions like, "Oh, really?" or "Could you explain more?" Give short verbal nods. "I see," "Okay," "Interesting." Why important? Keeps the conversation lively and active. Encourages speaker to share more. Very short real-life example. Example 2, bank PO style. You are attending a group discussion in SBI PO interview. If you only speak, you look selfish. If you listen carefully, nod, and add points smartly, you look like a leader. Good listeners often become leaders and managers faster. Quick summary. Listening is an art that builds trust, success, and relationships. Good listeners succeed in interviews, jobs, and personal life. 3 types of listening projections: physical, body language; psychological, understanding emotions; verbal, asking questions and feedback. Concentration and focus, keys to excellent listening. Poor listening, missed opportunities. Good listening, faster career growth in banking, management, and business. How this will help in your career. Bank PO MBA manager. In SBI PO interview, when they discuss group topics, listening first and speaking later. Smartly will give you a leadership image. In bank PO job, while dealing with customers or team members, listening properly solves problems faster and earns respect. As a future manager, understanding team needs comes from good listening, making your team loyal and successful. Listening is not just a skill, it is your hidden superpower for banking career and beyond. End of Art of Listening, waiting for you to send the next concept whenever you're ready. We will continue in the same beautiful it easily. 1.2.3 Elements of Listening. What does elements of listening mean? Meaning, elements of listening means the important steps that happen one after another when you listen to something carefully. It's like a step-by-step process you follow automatically when you listen actively. If you understand and practice these elements, you can become a super listener. Very important for interviews, group discussions, bank PO exams, and managerial jobs. Simple and full explanation with emojis. Step 1. Hearing. Meaning, hearing is the first step. It is the physical act of catching the sounds that reach your ears. Example, if someone calls your name loudly, your ears catch that sound even if you are not paying attention. Important, to be a good listener, you must be alert and not daydreaming. Step 2. Filtering. Meaning, filtering means removing unwanted noise, keeping only what is important. There are 2 types of noise stimuli. 1, internal stimuli, inside you, like feeling stressed about homework, feeling sleepy, headache, worrying about tomorrow's meeting. 2, external stimuli, outside you, like someone chatting loudly nearby, a mobile ringtone, bright lights distracting you. Important? Good listeners filter out these distractions and focus only on the speaker's words. Step 3. Interpreting. Meaning, interpreting means understanding the meaning of what the speaker is saying. You make sense of the message, not just hear it. Bank example. A customer says, "I am unhappy with my credit card bill." Bad listener just hears the words. Good listener understands he might be overcharged or confused about some charges. Step 4. Evaluating. Meaning, evaluating means judging the message. You decide whether the message is correct or wrong, logical or illogical, respectful or disrespectful. Important, don't blindly accept everything. Think critically before you react. Example, if a friend says you must invest all your money in Bitcoin, you must evaluate. Is it wise? Is it safe? Is it risky? Step 5, responding. Meaning, responding means giving feedback to the speaker to show you have understood. Ways to respond. Nod your head. Say short words like I see, okay, got it. Ask small questions if needed. Example, bank officer example, a customer explains his loan problem. If you nod, ask clarifying questions, and summarize his points, the customer feels listened and respected. Real-world banking example. Imagine you are a probationary officer, PO in SBI Bank. A customer comes and says, "I'm unable to understand why my savings account is showing less balance." You first hear his problem, then filter out unnecessary distractions, then interpret what exactly is his confusion, then evaluate if his problem is genuine. Finally, respond politely and help him solve it. Following these steps properly will make you a great banker and a future manager. Quick memory trick for elements. HFIER, hearing, filtering, interpreting, evaluating, responding. Easy to remember like a small song in your mind. Summary. Hearing catch the sounds. Filtering, remove unwanted distractions. Interpreting, understand the real meaning. Evaluating, judge if it makes sense. Responding, give feedback or ask questions. Mastering these 5 steps makes you a professional communicator in interviews, group discussions, banking careers, or any corporate job. How it helps in interviews, group discussions, and bank PO career. In SBI PO group discussions, if you don't filter distractions and listen properly, you will miss important points. In bank PO interviews, they test your listening and responding skills directly by how smartly you answer their questions. As a future assistant manager, deputy manager, listening skills help you understand team issues and solve customer problems faster, making you an asset to the bank. Listening is a powerful secret weapon for winning in banking and corporate world. End of elements of listening. Waiting for your next concept text step by step. 1.2.4 Objectives of listening. What does objectives of listening mean? Meaning, objectives means the main goals or reasons why we listen carefully to someone or something. Listening is not just hearing sounds. It serves important purposes that help us in life, studies, work, and relationships. If you understand the objectives of listening, you can communicate better, handle customers smartly, and grow in your career, like SBI PO, bank manager, etc. Full explanation with examples and emojis. 1. Build strong relationships. Explanation. When you listen carefully to others, it helps you understand them deeply. It also helps you understand yourself better, what you like, dislike, believe in. Example, bank officer example. If a customer comes with a complaint and you listen patiently, he feels respected and stays loyal to the bank. Good listening, happy customer, good relationship, promotion chances. Hack 2. Obtains and understands information. Listening helps you collect important facts and knowledge. Without proper listening, you miss details and make mistakes. Example, SBI PO interview. If the interviewer explains a case study and you listen properly, you can give smart answers and impress them. Poor listening equals poor answers equals less chances of selection. Chashek 3 evaluates the message objectively. Explanation. Objective evaluation means checking if the message is correct, useful, or just unnecessary talk. You judge the information logically and calmly, without emotions. Example. If someone says, invest 1 lakh in a risky company, a good listener thinks, is it safe? Is it correct? Should I trust this advice? Don't accept everything blindly. 4. Listening for pleasure and enjoyment. Explanation. Sometimes we listen just for fun or relaxation, not for any serious reason. Examples, listening to your friend's funny trip story, enjoying music after a tiring day, hearing birds chirp early in the morning. Important, relaxed listening refreshes your mind and helps you stay motivated. 5. Listening to understand problems and give advice. Explanation. Sometimes people talk because they need to share their sadness or ask for advice. Listening patiently can lighten their burden and make them feel better. Example, bank officer. Example, a junior employee shares that he's stressed about a big project. If you listen kindly and guide him, it builds trust and team spirit. Also, in bank manager role, you will need to listen to customers' financial problems and give them correct advice on loans, investments, etc. Quick memory trick for objectives. 5 main goals of listening. 1. Build relationships. 2. Get information. 3. Evaluate correctness. 4. Enjoy listening. 5. Help others. Easy to remember and use in exams, interviews, and life. Summary. Listening builds strong bonds, professional and personal. Listening collects important information. Useful for career growth. Listening helps judge the right or wrong message, protects you from mistakes. Listening gives pleasure and peace, keeps you fresh. Listening helps understand others' problems and support them, makes you a good leader. How it helps in interviews, group discussions, banking career. In SBI PO interviews, good listeners understand questions properly and answer smartly. In GD group discussions, listening carefully helps you speak relevant points and win the discussion. As a bank officer or manager, you must listen to customers' issues, analyze them fast, and give correct solutions. Listening equal leadership, success in banking. End of Objectives of Listening. 2.5 Reasons Behind Poor Listening. Hashert. What does reasons behind poor listening mean? Meaning. Reasons behind poor listening means why people sometimes fail to listen properly. Poor listening creates misunderstanding, mistakes, and loss of trust. Knowing these reasons will help you avoid them and become a better listener. Very important for your MBA career and bank job. If you become a good listener, you will be better in SBI PO interviews, group discussions, and handling customer complaints when you become a bank manager. Full explanation with examples and emojis. 1. Filtering. Explanation. Filtering happens when your mind is distracted and only wakes up when you hear something you agree with. You miss important points because you're not fully focused. Example. Banking example. If your branch manager is giving important instructions, but you're only listening when he says bonus, you miss other rules and get 2. Guessing. Explanation. Guessing means imagining what the speaker will say instead of listening properly. You keep thinking, why is he saying this, instead of actually hearing. Example. A customer explains a problem, and you keep guessing, maybe he wants a loan, without hearing the full story. Result, you suggest wrong solutions. 3. Discounting. Explanation. Discounting happens when you disrespect the speaker. You think this person doesn't know much and ignore what they are saying. Example. Bank example. A new junior staff gives a suggestion, but you think he's new. What does he know? You might miss a smart idea that could help the branch. 4. Explanation. Relating means comparing everything to your own experience. Instead of listening to the speaker's story, you keep thinking about yourself. Example. If a friend talks about his MBA struggles, you start thinking about your own MBA journey instead of understanding his problems. Half 5. Rehearsing. Explanation. Rehearsing happens when you're waiting for your turn to talk, not actually listening. You plan your reply in mind, ignoring the current talk. Example. GD example. In a group discussion, SBI POGD, you are so busy preparing what you will say next that you don't actually hear others' points. This makes your answers irrelevant. 6. Forecasting. Explanation. Forecasting is jumping ahead in your mind. You listen a little, predict what will happen next, and stop listening fully. Example. In a loan meeting, when the client says, I need a loan because, you stop listening because you already guessed the reason. You miss important information that can cause processing errors. Hatter 7. Placating. Explanation. Placating means agreeing with everything just to avoid arguments or conflicts. It's the worst sin because you don't understand anything properly. Example. A customer wants a type of bank service that is not available. You keep saying, yes, sir, just to avoid arguments, but later he gets angry when his service is not fulfilled. Quick memory trick for reasons behind poor listening. 7 main sins to remember. 1. Filtering. Guessing. 3. Discounting. 4. Relating. 5. Rehearsing. 6. Forecasting. 7. Placating. Remember this and you will easily write full answers in exams and speak wisely in interviews. Hash summary. Poor listening happens due to distractions, jumping to conclusions, ego, or avoiding conflict. These habits make you miss information, misunderstand people, and fail to respond correctly. A great bank officer or manager must avoid these mistakes to handle customers better, lead teams, and grow fast. How it helps in interviews, group discussions, banking career. In SBIPO interviews, avoiding these mistakes helps you listen carefully to panel questions and answer perfectly. In group discussions, you win by understanding others' points fully before speaking. As a bank PO manager, avoiding poor listening habits helps in serving customers efficiently, avoiding complaints, and building a positive image for your branch. Good listening, smart banking, fast promotions. End of reasons behind poor listening. You are learning perfectly. Send me the next concept whenever you are ready. Clarity. 1.26 Process of listening. What does process of listening mean? Meaning, process of listening means how listening actually happens step by step. It's not just hearing sounds, it involves selecting, understanding, judging, responding, and remembering. Knowing this helps you become a better communicator, good manager, customer handler, and team leader. Especially important for SBIPO group discussion, interview, and later when you work in banks, to deal with customers and teams effectively. Full detailed explanation with emojis. 5 stages of listening. Listening has 5 main steps. 1. Sensing selecting stage. 2. Interpreting stage. 3. Evaluating stage. 4. Responding stage. 5. The brain, sensing selecting stage. Explanation. Sensing means hearing many sounds around you. Selecting means choosing only the important ones to focus on. The brain picks what is important and ignores unnecessary sounds. Example. In a busy bank hall, you hear customers chatting, cash machines beeping, and your manager giving you instructions. You select manager's voice and ignore other noises. Hat-2, interpreting stage. Explanation. After sensing, you try to understand the message. You give meaning to what you heard, but sometimes emotions, environment noise, language difficulty can disturb your understanding. Example, a loan customer speaks emotionally. You need to stay calm and understand whether he is angry about delay or asking for a different loan option. 3. Evaluating stage. Explanation. Here you judge the message. You analyze if the speaker's points are correct, relevant, or useful. Past experiences, beliefs, or feelings may make judging harder. Example, customer says, "I never got good service here." You evaluate. Is it his one-time experience, or has there been real service issues? Don't let personal biases disturb your judgment. 4. Responding stage. Explanation. After understanding and judging, now you respond. Your body language, nodding, eye contact, and words show if you really listened or just pretended. Example. In a loan discussion, if you nod, smile, and say, "I understand your concern, sir. Let me check," the customer feels respected and trusts you more. Good responding skills, happy customers, good bank reputation. Not a 5. Remembering stage. Explanation. Memory is the last step. How much you remember depends on how well you listened. Normally, people remember only 10 to 25% of what they hear. That's why organized speeches and visual aids are important for better memory. Example, SBIPO interview. In interview, if you listen carefully to a long question, you can recall key points and answer properly, impressing the panel. Quick memory trick for process of listening. 5 easy steps to remember. 1. Sense select. 2. Interpret. 3. Evaluate. 4. Respond. 5. Simple code. SIERR. Sense, interpret, evaluate, respond, remember. Summary. Listening is not just hearing, it's a 5-stage process: sensing, interpreting, evaluating, responding, and remembering. Good listening skills help you understand better, communicate smarter, and build strong relationships. Poor listening leads to mistakes, arguments, and loss of opportunities. Especially important for bank officers to deal with customers, colleagues, and seniors effectively. How it helps in interviews, group discussions, banking career. In SBIPO interviews, listening carefully to questions will help you answer sharply and confidently. In group discussions, understanding everyone's point will make your replies stronger and more relevant. As a future bank manager, deputy manager, you will handle customer complaints, loan requests, team meetings, good listening, fast solutions, happy customers, promotions. Good listener, great officer, great leader. End of process of listening. Hour. 1.7 Types of listening. What does types of listening mean? Meaning, different ways in which people listen depending on purpose, situation, and feelings. Sometimes we listen carefully, sometimes emotionally, sometimes only half-heartedly. Knowing types of listening helps you listen smarter in different situations like interviews, customer service, meetings, etc. Super useful for SBIPO interviews, group discussions, bank branch customer handling, manager meaningful detailed explanation with emojis. 1. Discriminative listening. Explanation. First level of listening. Here you only recognize sounds, not meanings. You can differentiate voices, tones, pauses. Example. Baby hears mom's voice and dad's voice separately. Later, you can even tell if someone is happy, angry, sad, just by tone without even understanding full words. Bank example. A customer shouting angrily. You quickly identify the tone and prepare to handle calmly. 2. Comprehensive listening. Explanation. Understanding the meaning of words and sentences. Needs good vocabulary, grammar, and language skills. Example. Listening to a loan policy and understanding the terms correctly, like interest rate, repayment period, etc. Bank example. When your manager explains new banking rules, you comprehend each point clearly. 3. Active listening. Explanation. Full attention is given. No distractions. You focus completely on what the speaker says. Example. Customer explains his credit card issue. You listen fully without checking your phone or thinking about lunch. Bank tip. Active listening, better solutions, happier customers, sir. 4. Passive listening. Hearing without reacting or being involved. No questioning, no responding much. Example. Listening to long announcements but daydreaming about dinner. Bank tip. Avoid passive listening with customers. Otherwise, mistakes happen. 5. Biased listening. Explanation. Listening only to what you want to hear, ignoring real meaning because of prejudices or stereotypes. Example. If you already believe young customers always create issues, you might not listen properly to a young customer's valid problem. Bank tip. Biased listening can spoil customer relations. Be open-minded. 6. Evaluative listening. Explanation. Judging the message, right or wrong, logical or illogical. Finding pros and cons, benefits, truth. Example. A customer says, "This bank charges too much." You listen and evaluate. Is it really true? Check facts before reacting. Bank tip. Helps during complaints handling, internal meetings, loan assessments. 7. Appreciative listening. Explanation. Listening for pleasure and enjoyment. Example. Enjoying a motivational speech by your bank's CEO. Outside bank example. Listening to your favorite song or a family member's funny story. 8. Sympathetic listening. Explanation. Listening with concern and feeling pity for someone's problems. Example. Customer sharing that he lost his job and can't pay MI. You feel sad and concerned genuinely. Bank tip. Sympathy can help you handle sensitive cases better. 9. Empathetic listening. Explanation. Feeling the pain or joy as if it's your own. Sharing emotions deeply, not just pity. Example. Friend crying about family issues. You feel what he feels. Bank tip. With loan defaulters or complaint handling, empathy builds trust and loyalty. 10. Therapeutic listening. Explanation. Listening not only emotionally, but helping to heal the speaker, helping the person grow stronger mentally. Example. HR manager counseling an employee to improve career growth. Bank tip. Senior bank officers or HR teams use this skill with stressed employees or overloaded teams. 11. Dialogic listening. Explanation. Two-way conversation where both learn from each other. asking questions, understanding each other's point of view. Example, during loan negotiation, you and the customer discuss options, both explore ideas. Bank tip, dialogic listening improves negotiations, internal discussions, customer relations. 12. Relationship listening. Explanation, listening mainly to build trust and strong relationship. Focus on small details in conversation to make bonds stronger. Example, Bank RM. Bank RM, relationship manager, listens carefully about customers' business goals to suggest right banking products. Bank tip, relationship listening equals long-term customers equals better performance equals promotions. Quick memory tip for types of listening. 12 types to remember: discriminative, comprehensive, active, passive, biased, evaluative, appreciative, sympathetic, empathetic, therapeutic, dialogic, relationship. Summary. Listening styles change depending on the situation and purpose. Good listening makes you a better officer, leader, team player, and negotiator. In banking, understanding customer needs, solving disputes, motivating teams, all need perfect listening skills. Build skills in active, empathetic, evaluative, and relationship listening for best career growth. How it helps in interviews, group discussions, banking career, SBIPO group discussion, understand everyone's views, speak smartly, win, listen carefully to questions, answer to the point, impress panel. Understand customer problems, give solutions, build loyal customers, grow fast, good listener, best officer equal future bank manager. End of types of listening. You are learning like a future SBI manager now. When ready, send me your next concept. I am fully ready to explain in the same clear and energetic way. Waiting for your next command. 1. Communication skills. Chapter 2, 1.2, listening. Topic 1.2.8, being an effective listener, essentials of listening. Before we start, meaning of essentials of listening. Essentials means the most important things you must know or do to become a good listener. Listening is not just hearing sounds, it's understanding properly what the other person is saying. Let's start. 1. Listen with patience. Meaning, you must listen calmly without getting angry or cutting them off. Example, if a bank customer is shouting because of a loan issue, as a future bank officer, you must nod. Say, I understand, go on, and let him finish. Key point, patience builds trust. Number 2, understand the emotions of the speaker. Meaning, don't only understand the words, try to feel their emotions too. Example, if your friend says, I hate my job, you must sense the sadness behind the anger. Key point, focus on their feelings as well as facts. Restatement and summary. Meaning, after listening, repeat the main idea in your own words to show you understood. Example, if a customer complains about high EMI, you say, so you are saying the monthly payment is too much for your income? Important, use a neutral voice, don't judge or add your opinion. Number 4, set aside time for questions and discussion. Meaning, after they finish speaking, have a separate small talk time for questions. Example, in a meeting in a bank, after the manager talks, they say, now any questions? Key point, separating talking and questioning keeps the conversation clean and clear. Get past common cliches. Meaning, sometimes people talk using boring phrases again and again. Ignore that and find the real point. Example, a customer may say, government banks are always slow, you know. Ignore the stereotype and focus on solving his problem. Don't get irritated. Focus on what's useful. 6. Avoid interrupting the speaker. Meaning, do not cut the speaker's words in between. Let them talk fully. Example, during a bank interview, if a senior is talking, never interrupt even if you know the answer early. Interruptions make you look rude and impatient. 7. Talk less, listen more. Meaning, speak less, listen more during a conversation. Example, while talking to a loan applicant, let them explain their situation fully before suggesting anything. Key point, you learn more by listening, not by speaking. Establish a close relationship with the speaker. Meaning, try to be friendly and make the speaker comfortable so they share openly. Example, when working as an assistant manager in a bank, build good relations with customers by smiling and showing warmth. Key point, good relations equals better communication and better solutions. Quick summary, essentials, simple meaning. Listen with patience. Stay calm, don't jump in. Understand emotions, feel their feelings. Restate and summarize. Repeat main point. Set time for questions. Speak first, ask later, ignore cliches. Focus on important messages. No interruptions. Let them complete speaking. Talk less, listen more. Listen actively. Build relationship. Create trust and comfort. How this helps you in real life? Bank PO interviews. Interviewers look if you listen carefully before answering. Active listening shows maturity. Group discussions. Good listeners understand the topic deeply and respond smartly. Bank officer role. Handling customers' problems in loans, accounts, complaints, all need you to be an effective listener. As a manager in bank, good listening equals better team handling, better customer satisfaction, better promotions. Final tip. A good listener today becomes a great leader tomorrow, especially important for your dream banking career. Would you like me to now continue with your next concept too? Send me the next text whenever you are ready. I am fully ready to help you complete your whole textbook like this. Communication skills. Chapter 2, 1.2 Listening. Topic 1.2.9 Listening Skills Strategies. Before we start, meaning of listening skills strategies, listening skills, how well you understand when others speak. Strategies, special tricks and methods to improve your skills. In short, these are simple habits you must build to become a powerful listener. Let's start the explanation. 1. Do not interrupt. Meaning, when someone is speaking, do not break them in between. Wait patiently till they finish their full sentence. How to practice. Spend one day writing down all your conversations. Notice how many times you wanted to interrupt. Learn self-control. Example, in a bank loan meeting, if a customer is explaining his loan problem, don't jump to give solutions midway. Let him complete his story. Key point, interrupting, bad listener. Patience equals professional listener. Number 2, ask searching questions, meaning after the speaker finishes, ask smart and deep questions to understand better. How to do, ask them to explain more details. Politely ask about points that were not clear. Show genuine interest. Example, in a bank PO job, if a businessman is requesting a loan, you can ask, "Can you explain your future business plan a little more?" Key point, good questions, better understanding, plus better decisions. Number 3, statements of confirmation. Meaning, after listening, say something to confirm if you understood them correctly. 4 ways to confirm. I, simple confirming line, let me check if I understood you properly. E, summarize the points. You mean you want a loan for expanding your shop, right? E, ask a confirmation question. Am I correct till now? IV, clear doubts. If something is confusing, politely ask again. Example, in a customer complaint, confirm by saying, "So you mean your ATM card was blocked suddenly?" Key point, confirmation, no misunderstandings, trust increases. Number 4, concentrate fully on the speaker. Meaning, give full attention only to listening. Don't think about what to reply while they are still talking. How to show attention. Nod your head. Look into their eyes softly. Stop using mobile or papers. Example, while working in a bank branch, when a senior officer gives instructions, look at him carefully and nod, not scrolling mobile secretly. Key point, focus equals respect, understanding. Number 5, non-listening exercise. Meaning, do a small practice to feel how bad it feels when no one listens to you. How to do. Talk to your friend about something important. Tell your friend to purposely ignore you. Watch, papers, looking around. Write how angry or hurt you felt when ignored. Switch roles after a few minutes. Lesson. You will realize that being ignored feels terrible. You will then promise yourself to always be a good listener. Example, in SBIPO interview, if you don't focus when panel is speaking, they will feel disrespected. Key point, ignoring frustration, listening, respect, success. Quick summary, strategy, easy meaning, came meaning. Do not interrupt. Let the speaker finish fully. Ask searching questions. Ask smart questions to know deeper. Statements of confirmation. Check if you understood correctly. Concentrate fully. 100% focus on speaker, not on reply. Non-listening exercise. Practice ignoring to learn value of listening. Shack, how this helps you in real life. Bank PO interviews and group discussions. Good listeners give better answers in interviews and GDs. As a bank officer manager, listening carefully to customers, better service, faster promotions. In office life, listening to your senior officer's instructions, fewer mistakes. In personal life, good listeners have better relationships and teamwork. Final tip, listening is not just a skill, it's a superpower. Master it and you will master your career. Ready for your next topic? Textbook super easy. Module 1, Communication Skills. Chapter 2, 1.2 Listening. Topic 1.10, Importance of Listening. Before we start, meaning of importance of listening. Importance. Why something is valuable or needed. Listening. Hearing carefully with full attention. In short, this topic tells us why listening is so important in life, work, and relationships. Let's start the explanation. 1. Respect. Meaning, when you listen with full attention, you are giving respect to the speaker. And guess what? The speaker also respects you back. Example, in a bank, if you listen carefully to a customer explaining their complaint, they will trust you and respect you as a professional officer. Key point, listening, mutual respect. Number 2, airtime. Meaning, when you give someone time to speak, they usually give you time to speak too. Give respect, get respect. Example, in a group meeting at a bank branch, if you listen quietly when others speak, they will patiently listen to your ideas later. Key point, sharing airtime, building fair conversations. Number 3, information. Meaning, by listening properly, you collect useful information about people, society, and their behavior. This helps you grow personally and professionally. Example, if you listen carefully to bank customers, you understand their financial needs better, helping you suggest the right loan or investment. Key point, listening, learning new things. Number 4, increased likability. Meaning, people naturally like those who listen to them carefully. Everybody loves attention. Example, in a bank interview, if you listen to the panel members' questions carefully, they will like you and rate you better. Key point, listening, people like you more. 5, better relationships. Meaning, listening without judgment creates stronger personal and professional relationships. People feel safe to share with you. Example, as a future bank manager, if you listen patiently to your team's ideas and concerns, your team will trust you and work better. Key point, listening, stronger trust, and teamwork. Number 6, greater clarity. Meaning, when you listen well, you avoid confusion and misunderstandings. You understand things clearly. Example, if a loan customer says they want a home loan top-up, you must listen properly to avoid offering wrong advice at your bank. Key point, good listening, clear understanding. Number 7, no misunderstandings. Meaning, if you actively listen, you confirm everything properly. This helps in reducing mistakes and conflicts. Example, while working at a bank, if you wrongly hear the customer's account number, it can create big problems. Careful listening avoids such issues. Key point, listening carefully, fewer mistakes. 8, willingness of speaker to open up more. Meaning, when you listen with care and respect, the speaker feels safe and opens up more. They express themselves honestly. Example, a junior employee at the bank may share his training problems openly if you listen carefully without judging him. Key point, safe listening, honest sharing. Number 9, diffuses conflict. Meaning, good listening reduces chances of fights or arguments. People vent their feelings calmly when listened to properly. Example: if two employees fight at the bank, listening to both sides carefully can help you solve the issue without bigger conflict. Key point: listening equals peaceful problem solving, identifies agreements and disagreements. Meaning, listening helps you find where you both agree and where you disagree without fighting. It makes communication easy and effective. Example: in a client meeting at the bank, you can easily spot which loan terms the customer agrees on and where they have doubts. Key point: listening equals smarter negotiations. Number one, considers different points of view. Meaning, when you listen carefully, you start valuing others' opinions too. It broadens your mind and helps you think better. Example: as a future bank officer, if you listen to seniors and juniors both, you can understand multiple solutions to a problem. Key point: listening, open mindedness, and wisdom. Quick summary table. Point, easy meaning. Respect. Listening shows mutual respect, airtime, give time to speak, get time to speak information. Learn more by listening carefully. Likability. Listeners are liked more. Better relationships. Listening strengthens trust, greater clarity. Avoid confusion. No misunderstanding. Listen properly, no mistakes. Speaker opens up. Careful listening makes others share more. Diffuses conflict. Listening cools down fights. Identify agreements. Spot agreements and disagreements easily. Consider different views. Accept others' ideas better. How this helps you in real life? In bank PO interviews and GDs, good listeners give better answers, don't interrupt, and build positive impressions. As a bank manager officer, handling customer complaints, leading teams, solving branch issues, all require powerful listening skills. In work life, better listenings, better understanding, faster promotions, and fewer mistakes. In personal life, listening carefully helps in strong friendships, family bonding, and peaceful discussions. Final tip: listening is not just hearing, it's understanding, respecting, and connecting. Master it, and you will shine as a future bank manager. Ready for your next topic? Send the next. Let's make this super simple and interesting for you. Module 1, Communication Skills. Chapter 2, 1.2, Listening. Topic 1.211, Barriers to Listening. First, what is the meaning of barriers to listening? Barriers mean obstacles or problems that stop you from listening properly. These barriers can come from the speaker, the listener, or even from the environment around them. In short, when you cannot listen properly because of problems, those problems are called barriers to listening. Let's start the main points. 1. Physical barriers. Meaning, physical things around you disturb your listening. Noise, discomfort, or feeling tired can make you lose focus. Examples: a customer is explaining their loan query in a bank, but a construction noise outside makes it hard for you to listen properly. You feel tired after working for long hours and can't concentrate on the client's issue. Key point: physical discomfort or noise, poor listening. Number 2, psychological barriers. Meaning, when your mind is disturbed, fear, anger, sadness, stress, you can't focus and listen properly. Listening needs a calm and attentive mind. Examples: if you are anxious about the SBIPO results while attending a banking seminar, you won't understand what the trainer is teaching. Feeling angry after a fight can make you ignore important information from your boss at the bank. Key point: unstable mind, poor listening. 3. Linguistic barriers. Meaning, when the language is different or difficult to understand, listening becomes tough. Even different accents or dialects can confuse you. Examples: a customer at a bank branch speaks only Tamil, but you understand only Hindi and English. This causes a language gap. A client from another country uses a different English accent that is hard to catch. Key point: language or accent differences, listening problems. Number 4, cultural barriers. Meaning, cultural differences, different habits, beliefs, behaviors, can create confusion while listening. One person's way of speaking or behaving might seem strange to another because of cultural thinking. Examples. In some cultures, direct eye contact shows respect, but in others, it may be seen as rude. If you don't know this, you might misunderstand during client meetings at the bank. A customer from another country expects you to behave formally, but you casually smile and joke. They feel you are not serious. Key point: different culture, possible misunderstanding in listening. NAT quick summary table. Barrier type, easy meaning. Example related, physical barriers. Noise, tiredness, disturb listening. Construction noise outside bank. Psychological barriers. Stress, anger, reduce focus. Anxiety during customer interaction, linguistic barriers. Different languages create confusion. Customer speaking unfamiliar language. Cultural barriers. Different habits cause misunderstanding. Misinterpreting foreign clients' behavior. How this helps you in real life. In bank PO interviews and group discussions, if there is noise or stress during GDs, you must stay calm and listen actively. If someone speaks in a different accent or style, you need to patiently understand and respond. As a future bank manager officer, handling diverse customers and staff requires clear and careful listening, even if there are physical, psychological, language, or cultural differences. Good listeners avoid misunderstandings and solve problems faster, making them great leaders in banks. In daily work and life, overcoming listening barriers helps you build better relationships with clients, colleagues, and society. Final tip: a good banker is not just a good speaker, but an excellent listener too. Master listening by removing barriers, and you will win hearts and promotions. You can send your next Chapter 2, 1.2 Listening. Topic 1.2.12 Overcoming the Barriers to Listening. First, what is the meaning of overcoming the barriers to listening? Overcoming barriers means removing the problems that stop you from listening properly. It's about using good methods so you can listen carefully, correctly, and respectfully. In short, doing smart actions to become a better listener by removing all distractions and problems. Let's start the main points. Number 1, maintain eye contact. Look at the speaker directly to show you are interested. Eye contact makes the speaker feel supported. Example: when a customer is explaining their loan problem in a bank, keep eye contact to show you are actively listening. Number 2, notice body language. Show you are listening by nodding your head, sitting alert, and using correct facial expressions. Example: nodding slightly when a customer explains their issue at your bank branch shows respect and attention. Number 3, avoid gestures of distraction. Don't keep checking the time, playing with pens, or looking away. Stay focused. Example: while your bank manager is briefing you, avoid checking your phone. It looks disrespectful. 4, do not be afraid to ask questions. Asking doubts shows you are really listening. Clarify anything you don't understand. Example: in a bank training session, ask politely if you didn't understand a new banking policy. It shows you are eager. Number 5, paraphrase and summarize. Say back what the speaker said in your own words. Say the main idea shortly. Example: customer says a complaint, you summarize. So you are saying the ATM didn't dispense cash but deducted the amount, right? Number 6, do not hastily interpret. Don't judge too early. Let the speaker finish fully first. Example: during customer complaint handling, wait fully before giving a solution. 7, do not cut short the speaker. Let the person finish. Interrupting shows bad manners. Example: in a client meeting at the bank, if you keep interrupting, the customer will feel disrespected. Number 8, make the speaker comfortable. Smile, relax, and show friendly body language. Speaker will open up more easily. Example: greet customers warmly when they enter the bank makes communication smooth. Number 9, do not quarrel with the speaker. Don't fight or argue in the middle. Stay professional. Example: if a customer complains rudely, stay calm and handle it smartly without arguing. Remain impartial. Listen without getting emotional. Understand the speaker's side objectively. Example: If a loan applicant is angry, don't get emotional. Listen patiently. 1. Remove distractions. Turn off noise. Keep hands still. Focus only on listening. Example: before starting a meeting in your bank, close noisy windows and keep your phone silent. 1. Acknowledge what the speaker is saying. Say small words like yes, I see, and nod your head. It encourages the speaker. Example: while explaining new savings schemes to customers, nod and say right to show you are attentive. Maintain cool attitude. Stay calm even if you disagree. Anger spoils listening. Example: in a tense bank meeting, even if you feel angry, stay cool and professional. 1. Respect pauses or silence. Let the speaker pause for thinking. Don't interrupt. Example: during a branch manager's speech, wait if he pauses. Don't jump in. 5. Respond honestly. Give real, honest answers if asked for feedback. Fake answers don't help learning. Example: during your bank PO interview, if asked about a topic you don't fully know, be honest respectfully. 6. Read between the lines. Notice feelings, mood, and emotions, not just words. Example: if a customer looks tense but speaks softly, understand they are worried about their loan. 7. Grasp the total meaning. Listen fully before making assumptions. Understand the full message. Example: in a customer complaint, listen to all details before deciding on action. 8. Observe the speaker's gestures. Watch face expressions, hand movements, tone of voice. These show true feelings. Example: if a client smiles nervously, you can guess they are still unsure about a loan decision. 9. Do not pretend to pay attention. Truly listen. Fake listening gets exposed easily. Example: if during a staff meeting you only pretend and then get asked a question, you'll get caught. 2. Do not be prejudiced. Don't judge the speaker based on personal biases. Focus on the actual message. Example: even if a customer seems rude, listen carefully to their complaint in a bank environment. Quick summary table: action to overcome, easy meaning. Exam related: eye contact, look directly during customer discussion, notice body language, nod, sit alert while explaining schemes, avoid distractions, no checking time or phone in client meetings, ask questions, clarify doubts during branch training, paraphrase and summarize, repeat in own words, handling complaints, stay cool, control anger in stressful situations. How this helps you in real life? In bank PO interviews and group discussions, showing full attention, staying calm, asking good questions, and listening properly will create a strong, positive impression. Good listening skills can help you win GDs and perform well in interviews. As a future bank manager officer, you must listen carefully to customers, understand staff, and handle complaints maturely. Listening well, good leadership, faster promotions. In daily work and life, being a good listener builds better customer relationships, team trust, and career success. Final tip: good listeners make great bankers. Master listening now, shine later. You can send your next concept whenever ready. I'm ready to continue this journey with you, making you 100% strong in all topics.